In today's video, we delve into the fascinating account of the prophet Ezekiel and the Valley of Dry Bones, a powerful narrative found in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel's account is not just a chronicle of resurrection. It symbolizes hope, renewal, and the profound promises God holds for his people. As we explore this biblical account, we'll uncover the deeper meanings and implications that are still active today. Why did God choose Ezekiel to deliver this message? What does the valley represent in our lives? Join us as we unravel the untold truths behind this compelling vision, igniting your curiosity and inviting you to reflect on its significance in both ancient and modern contexts. Prophet Ezekiel was a pivotal figure during the Babylonian exile, a period marked by immense upheaval for the Jewish people. This exile not only stripped them of their homeland, but also challenged their faith and identity. Ezekiel served as a voice of hope and guidance for the Israelites. Born into a priestly family, Ezekiel was taken captive to Babylon around 597 BC at the age of 25, and began his prophetic ministry and visions at age 30. Ezekiel's unique visions and symbolic actions were shaped by the trauma of exile, including the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple. Key events, such as his vision of the chariot and the dry bones, illustrate his messages of restoration and divine sovereignty. In his striking account, Ezekiel 37:1 says, "The hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones." The vast valley filled with dry bones symbolizes the spiritual desolation of the Israelites during their exile. The imagery is powerful. The bones are scattered and lifeless, representing hopelessness and despair. God commands Ezekiel to prophesy to these bones, and according to Ezekiel 37:7, "And as I prophesied, there was a sound, and behold a rattling." And the bones came together, bone to its bone. As Ezekiel spoke, the bones came together. Covered with flesh, signifying resurrection and new life. God then commanded Ezekiel to prophesy to the breath, and according to Ezekiel 37:9, Ezekiel prophesied, "Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe on these slain, that they may live." And verse 10 continues, "And the breath came into them, and they lived and stood on their feet, an exceedingly great army." Ezekiel's prophecy is two parts: the recoming alive of the physical body, illustrated by the bones, and the second and full complete task, when the heavenly breath of God from the four winds comes into the bodies to reanimate them. This great army ultimately grew to follow the commands of the one that gave them life, the true and living God. The dry bones in Ezekiel's account symbolize death and despair. At the time, this was a reflection of the Israelites' spiritual condition during exile. However, their resurrection embodies God's promise to his people of revival, renewal, and restoration. Just as the Israelites faced despair in exile, we too encounter losses, despair, and hopelessness that can feel overwhelming. Ezekiel's vision emphasizes that new beginnings and restoration are promises from God that we can hold fast to. God will breathe life into our circumstances. In this video, we explored the profound story of Prophet Ezekiel and the Valley of Dry Bones. This message encourages us to look beyond our current struggles and embrace the potential for renewal. As you reflect on this lesson, consider how it applies to your own life. Are there areas where you need hope, joy, or a fresh start? Remember, like the dry bones, transformation is always within reach. It does not matter how many mistakes you've made or how far you've fallen into sin. God can repair all things. God can bring back to life all the areas of your life that have fallen apart or died prematurely, including your thoughts, your relationships, your marriage, your finances, your career, your ambitions, your dreams, and your joy. We invite you to access this same divine intervention from God today. Prayer is your invitation to God and invites Him to come into your circumstances and act supernaturally for you. Follow along to this prayer. Heavenly Father, in the name of the resurrected Jesus, as in the valley of dry bones, I prophesy to the four winds that any areas of my life that have died prematurely will quicken and come back to life. As you reflect on these key takeaways, remember the importance of the promise of new beginnings. If you are being blessed by our videos, we invite you to subscribe to Empowered by Grace and turn on your notification bell. Please like, comment, and share our content to spread the word of our coming Jesus Christ.